we're going to start off tonight by standing up, and we're going to be moving our arms around, so just be aware of what you have around. We're also going to be extending our legs and arms in and out, so just make sure that you turn yourself so you don't kick anything or anyone over. Good, and we'll get going in a few moments or so. So some of you might want like a cushion to put underneath your knees or your wrists. If you have a bolster, grab it out. It's totally non-essential. You can do this stuff without the bolster, but it's just a kind of fun flavour if you want to add a little bit of variety to the class this evening and you have one that happens to be lying around. Have it close by. And the cushion really is just to soften any issues around your knees. It just is really personal to you. Some of this stuff you think that you should be doing it or you should be working towards a certain level, but often it's just variances in the body that lead to you favouring one exercise over another. So it takes a little bit of time to kind of learn what your body likes, what it doesn't like, and a lot of it's way down to the genes. So when we do our training right at level 2, you know, genetic predisposition to joint shape and also certain conditions. You know, there's no amount of out training that you can do on that kind of joint positioning. So hopefully we managed to capture that in some of these classes. So I think we'll get going, and you're going to start by standing up. So I can't quite take my arms all the way up in here, so if you see me kind of squatting down, that's the reason why. Give your feet a little shake out, and you're just going to give your shoulders a nice roll, arms back and then forward. So it's like this, back and then forward. And if you can help it, try not to straighten out your knees. You'll see mine straightening out all the time. I'm working on it. Just again, forward and back. And then you're going to take your arms up and over your head, and you are going to sink down to the legs. So it's going to take a little minute to find the right positioning for your feet. So we're in this kind of squat position. Nice draw in, reach through the arms, and then you're just going to circle your arms back and then over. See if you can sink a little lower. Again, back and then over. Can you sink any lower? So you're trying to feel your heels and your toes. Back. Take care of your shoulders. Over. Keep going. Pull the arms back. Reach over. And again, back. One more time. Over. Now you're going to swing the arms. So your left arm back and then just switch. So nice and steady through the middle. Just switch. Switch. Good. And switch. Keep reaching through the head. Keep reaching down to the hips. Anyone else's legs feeling a little warmer? Keep going. Switch. Good. Switch. Now this time, arms come down, fingertips, and then walk your knees back. So one special feature of my classes is that my mat gets wrapped up, gets a big knot in it every single time. So you're on hands and knees here. So your arms can be pretty wide. You can play around with whether the fingers turn in or out. We want to feel chest and a lot of broad muscles working here. Arch up to the ceiling. And then the other way, forward. So a little hold on to the middle of the body here. And it's not this big craning up of the neck, nor is it this huge sink down into the lower back. Bit of tension. Push through the arms, arching up. Good. And then forward. So that's called cat-cow. And then through the middle here. Now just push the floor away. Tuck your toes onto the floor. Think long in the back. Tuck both feet down onto the floor so you feel these glutes wake up a little bit, and you're going to see if you can lift your knees. Just a little hover, 1 inch off the mat, and then gently back down. Now if you hate that, you can keep the cat-cow going, or you can again tuck toes into the mat, lift, and then back down, and again lift. Now keep the knees as they are. Push a little more firmly down to that left leg. See if the right leg will lengthen out here. Push to the heel. Bring that foot back down. Even out again to the knees. So the knees are still hovering off the floor. Push a little more firmly through the right leg. Left one floats up and off. And then again, on. Knees come down. So your knees come around a mat's width apart. Or a little bit wider. Whatever feels comfy for you. And rest your hips back for a little moment. Now I also like to take a kind of snake side to side. Some people do not find child's pose here comfortable, in which case you just flip it over here, knees in instead. Absolutely fine. And then climb up again onto your hands and your knees. I'm just going to turn this way so you can see a little bit better. Take the right arm out and you're going to thread it through here over to the left hand side and release down into a stretch. Now your head does not have to come onto the floor. You can kind of be hovering here on a forearm. If you enjoy that sensation of stretching, you can be anywhere in between these kind of moves. And you're going to use this left hand to press you back up. Right hand comes back onto the floor. Left arm out to the side, you just thread through and you take a bit of a twist. And just go easy because it's the first time that we brought our spine into this type of movement, this twist. And this side feels way stiffer for me today. So just take it as it comes. Good, and then you're going to come back up. Put that left hand on the floor and you're just going to lift the right shoulder, nice and easy. Right hand comes back down. And I want you to feel what the abs do when you go to switch the arms. So this time you might want to lift the elbow a little bit higher, like you're just kind of pulling on a band. And then switch. So you never find the end of that movement. Left hand down, right arm. Can you reach it up this time? Good. Left arm down, right arm up. Just nice and easy. Now one more time, right side. Pick your favourite. So slight left, elbow or arm. And then again, left, up. Well done. Hand down. Come back to that cat stretch so you're arching your back. And really pulling up through the abdominals. Now you could push back a little here. Doesn't really matter what the feet are doing. You can be on your forearms if your wrists need a bit of a breather. And I find that slightly walking the hands forward helps wrists. A little claw here. So often in yoga classes you're told to push your hands flat, but really if you make a little claw, then it protects the muscles in the wrist. Forearms up on a bolster is also an option. So from here, your cat stretch, even out again. Now you're going to lift the right leg back. And what you're aiming to do is keep the hips super steady. So they'll either want to turn up or turn down or lift you here. So nice straight line. So the middle of the body, shoulder to hip is working. And you just fire out that left arm in front. Reach through the fingers. Reach to those toes. Find the butt muscles here. Good. Elbow to knee under the body. So it's that bit of that cat-cow. And then reach. Good. In. So we're building a sequence here. Some of you might know what's coming next. Pull in. Reach out. Really reach. In. So I find it helps here to reach and then a little lift of the arm. One more. In. And then reach, hand down, knee down, slide that left foot back and up. Now this might be enough. This is a tricky balance So you might just want to do knee. See how you feel. See if you can lift that right arm. Exhale under. And then reach. And you can't really do the breathing wrong. Good. In. And then reach. Good. In. And then reach. Good. And you don't want the head hanging down. Same thing. You don't want the chin reaching up. Long, long, long in the back of the neck. Hand down. Knee down. Child's pose. So you might want to walk the arms in for a little moment. Stacking 2 fists, also an option. That little sway, side to side, quite nice little massage for your hips. Now there's reasoning behind why we move in and out of postures. So often in yoga you're doing big isometric holds, but we're just changing it up a little bit. Good, back onto hands and knees. Now you can come back to that right leg reaching, left arm reaching, here on the floor with the left knee down. If you want to add a little bit of a challenge, we hover the knees off like we did before in that bear crawl. Now you're going to have to work a lot harder to keep the hips steady, and that's what we're after. So you might want to hover the knees. Maybe that's as far as you want to go. Maybe the right leg comes out. Maybe the left arm. See what happens. Wobbly, wobbly. Good. See if you can bring the foot down, knees down, arm. How was that, alright? Did we survive? Just about. We'll see what happens on the other side. So remember, you can just take the left leg, right arm, right knee can stay behind, or you hover those legs up and off, left leg. See what the right leg has to do to stay steady. Right arm. So we've kind of been working on this, if you've been coming to class for a few months, with those wandering downward dogs. Oh, good. Can we bring the foot down, knee down? That was sloppier that side. Now we're going to bring the arm down, the right arm underneath one more time. And then reach up, bit of a twist. Now I did mention in the disclosure that we were going to turn up the pace a little bit. Right arm down, left arm slides towards the right. And again, it might be here, fine. That's still a good stretch. Breathe in here. And then that left arm comes up. Any option that feels good for you. Feels good particularly probably for the shoulder. Good. Hand comes down. Now you're going to tuck those toes under. We're going to come up into downward facing dog now. So remember those nice solid arms that we're looking for. So often traditionally this is taught with the hands just straight in front of the shoulders, but if you take them wider we get a little bit more muscle engagement. So usually what happens is you either get a straight back or straight legs. You have to have some kind of hypermobility to get both. So doing it this way just stops you from having to think about that relationship. So tucking toes underneath, and then you just push in with the arms and bring yourself back into downward facing dog. So this is what I mean by straight back, straight legs. I don't know if my legs will do it now, it's been that long. So just keep the knees bent here, and then you just move over to the left hand side so the right arm can lift. And you see how it's kind of like that elbow knee movement? And then the other side. And you want to get confident so that you can lift an arm up, and it's really great for your core, your back, coordination, and it's a really functional movement. So that tends to be how the body works. And we'll come to lunges in a moment, just nice and easy. Good. And then you can be here in your downward dog, and then just keeping that element of light hand so you can lift the heel of the hand. A little stretch down the side body. Good. Knees come down. Now you're going to flip your feet forward. You're going to come onto your back. Now if you have a bolster, this is maybe where you would want it now. So I'll show you once with, and then I'll come in solidarity without. So you're going to lie back. This is a bit of a balance, a bit of a abs together. So you're going to lie back onto the bolster. Now if you're quite tall, head's going to dangle. Just going to have to go with it. So you're here. You can tell I'm confident that this is going to work. Know that if you fall, you really don't have that far to go to the floor. So if you're lying on your back, you're just lying on your back. Hands can come behind your head or down here by your waist. Float the right leg up. And then down. See what I mean by balance? Leg up. And then down. Now right leg, left arm. Oh, feels like I'm going to fall off the edge of a cliff. And switch. So it's up to you. Stick with the bolster. If you feel really steady, if those abs are able to take over, then you can make it much more dynamic. Opposite arm and leg. And then switch. Oh, abs really have to work there. So keep going. Opposite arm and leg. I'm sure you will agree. I demonstrated that amazingly well. It's tough. So if we're not on a bolster, arm and leg here, and then you switch. Opposite arm and leg. Opposite arm and leg. And it's just really to wake up the muscles in the core. Opposite. Can't do opposite. Now if you're feeling good, then you can extend the long leg away and then switch. So it's like your dead bug exercise, like you're pulling the knee. And you want to just be aware of what your lower back's doing. So everyone's lower back's a bit different. Some of you will have a pretty decent arch in the back to start with. Some of you it's going to be a little flatter towards the floor. Neither's right or wrong, they're just options. Now you just want to maintain a really similar relationship of back to floor. So you don't really want it squashing down or lifting too high as you work through this dead bug. Now if you want to add the bolster back in, you can. Keep going. Keep breathing. Head is nice and heavy. Make your shoulders as relaxed as they can be. Keep just reminding your abdominals that they have a job to do. And if you're feeling confident, 2 knees, 2 legs. 2 knees, 2 legs. In and then out. And they make this exercise even more hardcore in gymnastics. Adding a little rock, there's no way that my back would do that. But you keep this kind of hollow shape. Keep going. We want to go for roughly 10-ish. We're nearly done, nearly done. Good. And then in. And then one more. And then your feet come down, arms come down by the hips. Now if you have a mat there, feel free, like I'm doing now, to hold on, and it just really helps you brace the middle. Know that your feet don't have to be stuck together or even hip distance. Sometimes allowing the feet to turn in or out can help your hips, knees. So push down with the feet, lift up here. So you stay up in bridge, you can have a little look. Sometimes it feels good to scoop and lift. I personally cannot find a comfortable way of doing that. So I like to just lift the whole body in one go, but there's options into this bridge position here. And you want the head and neck to be nice and easy. See if you can lift a little higher. What are your knees telling you? Do you need to walk the feet out? Do you need to come down? Do you need to lift a little higher? Common complaint is the low back. Sometimes lifting higher solves that. Sometimes it's down on the floor, like to that point where you almost lift. See if you can lift that right heel. Down, left heel. Are the hips sinking low? Right heel. Left heel. 2 heels, can you lift? Down and up. Down and up. 2 more. Down and up. Good, down and up. Hold up. And then roll down. Heels come down if they weren't already. Now you're going to take this right leg. By the way, come off the bolster now, if you're still on the bolster. Hug the right knee in. And just slightly walk that left leg out. Now you can be here, underneath the knee, if that helps, the knee joint, or you're hugging in here. Don't go searching for a super deep stretch. A feeling of tightness or pulling is enough. You might want to slide the left leg out. Maybe some of you might want to walk that right leg along. of a hamstring stretch. Walk that left leg in. Bend this right knee. So push the leg away and lift. Heel down, knee in. Push the leg away and lift. Down and in. Abs away and lift. Down and in. Just checking my time. Push and lift. Good, we've got loads of time. And then in. Push and lift. Hold it here. You might want to take that right leg and cross it over the left. So you might want to take a rock side to side. This feels horrible in your hips. Bring it down towards the floor. If you want a little more, you can lift up here. And then generally, the more you bring your head closer to the floor, the bigger the stretch. This is enough for me these days. And if you want even more still, the arms can come over the head. And it's personal as to how much your shoulders will allow this range of movement. So here or forehead, totally fine. You're still getting a stretch up in the chest. Right foot onto the floor, left foot lifts this time, and you can hug it in, either shin or underneath, and neither's better or worse, just different options. And you might want to walk that right leg a little more. Maybe a little more, see how you feel. And some of you might want to lengthen the left leg. This is lengthened. See how that's starting to like shake a little bit here? Probably an indication that I've stretched it a little bit too much or too far in this occasion. And just to say, like it does go, but it's definitely not the most beneficial thing. So it just takes a little bit of working. Now you walk this right leg back in a little bit more. Bend the knee in here. See, bend in, push, left, drop, heel, back in, abs, abs, push, and left. Nice and easy. Down and in. Keep going. Push, left, down and in. And again, press. Good, down. And then one more time, up at the top, hold it here, walk that right leg in. Maybe you want to cross that left leg over, it's totally up to you. I just quite enjoy a little roll here, side to side. Remember your options, up, in front, you can lean back down again. Just be aware of what the body's asking you here. Sometimes no hands is a nice option as well. Bit of a stretch into the opposite hip. So this is kind of like pigeon pose. If you're used to that, we would be facing the floor. Foot comes down, undo that right leg. Well done. Now you're just going to roll towards me. Whatever side you're on, stay on it. So you're going to climb up onto your forearm here. Knees are bent. So we're going to revisit this exercise. We've not done it for a little while. So the knees are bent. You're not kind of all the way back out here. Bring them forward. Lift the hips and then down. Lift and kick the top leg and then down. So just the hips. Up, squeeze, up and kick. That's a stretch. Up and kick. Side plank. Just adding a little bit more flavour. Kick up with the hips. Up and kick. Two more, hips, up and kick. Who missed that one? Anybody secretly been doing it at home? Up and kick. Well done. Now push the floor away, scoot round onto the other side. I told you it's not leaving, that's scoot round. So, knees together. So if you're struggling to lift, maybe you've brought the knees too far away from the chin. Even just the action of pressing the floor away, great for building strength. One day the hips may pop off, see how you feel. Hips. Now you might not want to do the kick, that's up to you. Up and reach. So we want to stay kind of stacked up above the shoulder. We don't want to be hanging back here. Up and kick. Couple more times. lift up. And this is great for your waist, the oblique muscles, deep abdominals, inner thigh stretch and strength. Bit of shoulder stability as well. Up and kick. Good. And again. Hips. Up and kick. Good. And then down. Onto the front of the body. Hands and knees. Arching up. And then we're going to kind of do that backwards sun salutation. So we're starting halfway through. Lie onto the front of your body. Hands can come under the forehead. And you just want to allow the feet to naturally fall out to a comfortable position. So you don't have to stick the thighs necessarily together. And then you're just going to breathe in. Lift the head, slide the arms out. So I'll turn a little sideways. So we're kind of here. Feet stay heavy-ish. Down again. Up. And remember, it's not this. All the way up. Just enough that the muscles are working. We think about 80%, something like that. And then down. And then up. Good. Down, that's locust pose. Now you're going to bring your hands just to the sides of the body. Be instinctual here. You don't want to pull them too far back. Split your stretch in the front of the shoulder. And you're going to push up. Either plank here on your knees. See how the body lifted in one go. What we don't want is this. Like the worm and then hips lift after. If you feel that you can't lift up like that, push back and then come forward. If you want to go for it, you just lift all the way up. Plank. Bend those knees. See how that wandering dog comes in handy. Hands walk back towards the toes. Bend those knees. Inhale up. Watch you're not going to bump your head. Arms left. Straight back down. Bend the knees. Fingertips. Walk forward. Plank. Lowering down. Knees can go first. Or down to that plank. Relax those feet. Head and chest left. Good. Hands down either side of the body. One more time. Your choice of plank. Butt less high, hands or feet walk in. I'm going to stay in that downward dog. Inhale. Bend the knees deeply. Have a look forward. You're going to take the right foot, lunge. Keep that left knee bent. Take your time. Sweep the arms up. And you're going to keep that back knee bent so you can lift up a little higher. And then you're going to lean forward, sweep the arms back, lengthen out through the back leg. So almost back to the beginning, but we're in lunge. Lean, reach the arms back. Bend the back knee, arms up. Lean. One more here. You're going to step that left foot forward. Keep the arms lifted. Remember, arms can be wide. Right leg takes that step back. Good. Bend the back knee as you lift up. And then you lean and reach. Forward and up. Bend the back knee. Arms kind of scoop like you're lifting something up. Push back. Up. And back. Straighten out that leg. Again, you need a bit of balance. Abs need to work, so that's that floor work. Hip and out. Reach. Good. Arms come up, bend that back knee. Now step the right foot forward. We're back here into that chair pose, into that intense pose. Hands come down to the floor. Wander those feet back. 1, 2, one more time in child's pose. And that's us done with this moving section. If you have an extra few moments, 3 or 4 minutes, stick around now for a relaxation. So, you can sit up. You want to get comfortable here. Lying still is hard. I did a yoga class, we did one on Sunday morning, and then I participated in one on Sunday night. And it was like going back to like some of the first classes that I'd ever done. Just having to stay still, it's just quite tricky. So if you feel that that's what happens to you, normal. So you want to either sit or lie. You might want to put on something a little bit warmer. Now you can have your eyes closed or open, it doesn't really matter. Whatever makes you feel physically comfortable, mentally comfortable. And you might just want to take a few easy breaths. And it can sometimes be hay fever season around this time. So if you feel like the breathing makes you feel uncomfortable, focus in those feelings of yourself resting against the floor or against the back of your chair. Now you can come back to that sensation of your breath or that sensation of yourself resting whenever you start to feel the mind wander off a little. And it's not about clearing everything out. It's somewhat about accepting some of the thoughts that come through. And it's a lot about bringing yourself to focus on one or two things at a time. So for now, it's the breath, or that sensation of yourself sitting, lying, all those points where your body meets a surface. You might be aware of a sound. And whenever your attention drifts, bring it back to one of those things, or one or two of those things. Breath, sense of touch, sound, listening. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just gently guide yourself back. Just for a moment, allow the muscles in the face to relax. Forehead, feel the tension dripping from the shoulders and the hips. And allow the arms and the legs to relax. Still listening. Still being aware of that breath. That sense of touch. And then when you're ready, a little wiggle of your fingers and toes. A little nudge of your head side to side. And if you find that the eyes drifted close, then just slowly blink them open. And if you're lying, you might want to hug the knees, one or two, back in towards the chest. If you're seated, sometimes bringing the feet here onto the floor is comfy. And you just want to take a little rock side to side. Massage your back. And then whenever you feel ready, just roll or back up to sitting. Doesn't have to be cross legs, whatever feels comfy for you. And then you should just finish a session with a deep breath in. So you might want to breathe in, lift the arms up. Arms down to your own heart or to the floor. Namaste. Thank you all for coming along this evening. And